Dude,
Wrong.
Star Wars again.
I'm so sorry. Let's just start it.
This is the first Indiana Jones obstacle station. It is outlined by the black lines in our gym and all those green cones over there. All the students who are at this station will be sitting on their bottoms on a scooter, and they will be trying to use those taggers to tag people as they come through. At the end, we'll talk all about the different levels and what happens if you get tagged.
Oh, scorpions, look out! Oh, they look so real! Scorpion sounds!
After the students get through the scorpion pit, they are going to try to tag their foot on this island right here.
We use the same rules as this activity. If you've never seen it, check out our channel.
Be 3 taggers on the island. That is the most I could have on there and it'd still be safe. If I have, which I usually do, have like 4 or 5 kids in the station, I'll have people doing a rotation. There'll be a stopwatch over there and they'll just rotate every 30 seconds to a minute. People that are on the island, the alligators have to keep 1 foot on their island at all times. Looks a little bit like this.
Mr. Hauser, look out! There's alligators! Chomp, chomp. Oh god, they're gonna get us! Look out! Ah!
After Indiana Jones gets through the scorpion pit, past Alligator Island, they are now going to try to conquer Indiana Jones' biggest fear, which is to get over these snakes. I'll talk to you a little bit about what we expect from our kids when they are doing the snake station. For me as a teacher, this is the most difficult part of the obstacle course to keep safe. And I always ask the kids to keep the rope shoulder width apart. Keep it going shoulder width. We don't want it way out here because if they do this, it becomes almost impossible to get through without getting tagged. We want to make it challenging. We don't want to make it impossible. We also don't want to make it unsafe. So I ask them not to pop the rope up like this. If they do, I just give them a quick 20-second timeout and they get back to it. It's going to be challenging enough if it is shoulder width apart and they jump over this one, they jump over the next one, and they get ready for the next part of the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
Snakes.
So after they make it through the scorpion pit, tag the alligator island, after they jump over the snakes, they get to possibly one of the most iconic scenes of all time. They have to get through the boulder spot without getting hit, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that in a second. Last year, I added that rope across the top, so now the kids have to roll the ball underneath the rope. That seems to make it a lot safer. Not only that, I actually put them way near the end of the play area, so they really have very little room. They can't run up and roll the ball, and they also don't have a big wind-up space, so that seems to keep things a little safer. We also talk about hey, is this really a life or death Indiana Jones situation, or are we just trying to have some fun with our friends and build confidence and be respectful and keep things safe? You know, obviously it's the second one, and this has been a big addition to the boulders part of our Indiana Jones obstacle course. Dude, you're doing Star Wars.
What movie is this? I have no idea what's happening.
The 5th station for this is the people that are going to be Indiana Jones are going to start in between the black line and this mat, and they are going to try to make it all the way across through the scorpion pit, past Alligator Island, over the snakes, past the big boulders. And if they can do that all successfully, they are going to get themselves a piece of treasure from the treasure box, and they're going to bring it all the way back to the beginning and start again. I always have them go back through the outside of the play area right over there. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the outside of the play area that I wouldn't normally have there if we were playing this. So, hey, what happens if they get tagged? I'm so glad you asked that question. So what happens if they get tagged is there are 4 different levels. Level number 1 is they just keep points and they want to try to get through the whole obstacle course, getting as few points as possible. Let's say they get all the way through the first time and they have 3 points, they're going to try to get through the second time with 2 or less. And that also, it also gets rid of the, hey, I tagged you, blah, 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 blah. It gets rid of all that kind of going back and forth, because person can just be like, all right, cool, you tagged me, awesome, I'm at level 1. So level 2. Level 2, what happens, let's say I'm at the Scorpion Pit. If I get tagged, I go to the side, I do my jumping jacks, and then I get right to the next part of the obstacle course. If, in level 3, if I get tagged, let's say I get through the Scorpion Pit and I get tagged at Alligator Island, I would just repeat Alligator Island until I don't get tagged, and then we're good. Level 4 is by far the most difficult. Let's say I get through the Scorpion Pit, I get through Alligator Island, I get all the way up to the snakes and I get tagged. For level 4, I go all the way back to the beginning. Doing it this way provides a lot of things. Number 1, it gets rid of all the argument, or hopefully most of the arguments that take place. Number 2, it helps people to be able to challenge themselves at their level and naturally differentiates the activity for people. So if you have questions or suggestions, make sure you reach out to us. And thank you so much for watching. That's it, dude. You got it.
That's it?
That's it.
I was doing that the entire